Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. Today's video is going to be another weekly check-in for the third week of August. I'm just gonna go over my expenses for last week and see how much I have left in my budget. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so these are the inserts that I'm using for now until I get them resized into A5. These are ones that I've created and that I hope to maybe sell on Etsy. This is my weekly check-in insert, and this is just a pretty basic expense tracker, but it only has, again, the categories I need. I've already gone through and written out my expenses over here and color coded them, and now I'll just go through and fill this sheet out. So my very first step is to write out my categories for everything, so I'll just take a second to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so it's easier for you to see. So last week I ended the week with $145.52 left in my groceries category. And so I'll go through and add up all my expenses. So I spent $48.59, which if I subtract the $145.52 from that means I have $96.93 left in my groceries category. Okay, next is dining out. I had $139.45. $58.69. Minus the $139.45 that I started the week with means I have $80.76 left. Shopping, I hadn't spent any money so far in the month, so I started with the full $205 that I budgeted, and I actually did spend a fair amount of money this week. I bought some socks, some shoes, and a shirt at the Kendrick Lamar concert I went to. So it looks like I spent $153.52. Minus the $205 means I have $51.48 left in that category. Entertainment, I had $126.46 left to start the week. And again, I did spend a good chunk of money here. Is that it? Oh. $33.27. And then if I subtract the $126.46, means I have $93.19 left. There was one oh yeah, I think it was on Wednesday, my boyfriend and I did go to Navy Pier, but he actually ended up treating me for that whole entire outing. So I didn't have to spend any money on that. And we didn't do like a ton. We just walked down there, or we didn't walk down there. We took the bus and, got some Dippin' Dots and just sat and looked at the view and stuff. And it was a lovely time. And then we went out to dinner and he treated me for that whole thing. Now, hobbies is one that I didn't budget any money for this month because of the higher entertainment and shopping amounts that I was doing to kind of offset a little bit, but I actually did end up spending money, $16.42, which means I am $16.42 over budget. And while it wasn't planned, I felt like I needed it. I needed to get a 3-hole punch, and I bought the cheapest one I could find. I was hoping for those like really thin ones that you just add onto the binder, but they didn't have one. They only had like a big chunky one, and I had gone to a couple stores, and so that was like 10 bucks. And then I also bought this binder to keep all of my inserts all together because I don't like having loose papers everywhere. So that was the rest, and it was obviously unplanned, but I felt that they were necessities and I didn't go crazy. I didn't go buy fancy binders or anything. So I'm not okay with it, but it is what it is. I spent the money. Home is one that I didn't budget any money for, and I did not spend any money on this, so still at zero there. Miscellaneous, I was over budget last week by 72 cents, and it looks like, oh, I did spend $5 in miscellaneous, so now it means I'm $5.72 over. Those $5 is actually transportation. So now that I'm not working, my monthly pass ran out on the 20th of August. And then on Saturday, the 21st, we did go, was it 21st? Oh no, Saturday was the 20th. We did go out, and so I bought like a day pass for that day because I thought I'd be using it more than just like with a one transfer that you get with a $2.50 ticket or whatever. So my pass ran out in the morning. Like it expired like at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. So by the time we went out around lunchtime, I had to buy a $5 pass, and that's what that's for. Next month is September. I think I am, unless something changes in the next like day or two, which I highly doubt, I will be budgeting transportation in September. So $5.72 over budget. And then travel, I didn't spend any money on travel, of course. So that just remains the $312.46 that I didn't initially budget for, but I just took out of my short-term savings, which is what they were there for. So now I'm just gonna take a second to go through and highlight all my categories with the corresponding colors. Okay, so looking over my expenses for the week, it was obviously a very spendy week. I'm just gonna take a second to add up how much I actually spent in all of my categories. So it looks like I spent $315.49 amongst all of my categories, and this covers the period of August 15th through, so today's the 22nd, so through yesterday, which was the 21st. And obviously that was a lot of money, but if you look at this, I spent $153.52 shopping. So it's a little less than half was all on 3 items. The rest includes the every other category. And even though I'm unemployed, I did budget for these items, and they're things that I've been wanting for a while, that I knew the expense was coming and I planned for it, so I'm okay. Obviously, I won't be spending as much money in September in this shopping category. I have one thing that I'm planning on getting. Again, it's just more merch. I just really like buying things at concerts. And I mean, I didn't go crazy. I literally got not the absolute cheapest thing there because that was a tote that was 40 bucks, but I got a shirt that was 50. I could have gotten sweatshirts, those were over 100, so I think I did okay, and I only bought one thing. So it was a spendy week, but everything was planned, and I'm still pretty much within budget for most things, with the exception of miscellaneous and hobbies. And miscellaneous, very small amount. Hobbies, it was unplanned, but I'm not gonna, really be upset about this, because when I look at my budget, like I kind of think of shopping and hobbies as one. I break it down so I can see how much I spend in each category, but really it's just personal spending for both of these. And even if I were to add up both of these together, I would still be under the 205. So I'm okay with that. Now looking at how much I have left for the rest of the week, $96.93 left in groceries. I do have groceries for the majority of this week 4 that we're on, and then I'll likely do another grocery haul next weekend, so that should be good. Dining out, I'm still within budget. But the thing that scares me is that my budget was $280 for the month, which is a lot of money. This was supposed to be including like eating out for work on the days that I went into the office. And so I was hoping that I could stay really under budget for dining out, and I've already spent $200 for the first 3 weeks of the month. So I really want to try and cut back this last portion of the month. Shopping, I mean, I just spent a lot, and but again, it was all planned. The one thing that I am seeing is I am feeling myself wanting to buy things. So going back to like how things were before in May, April, a little bit in June. So I really need to like take a step back and calm down. I haven't purchased anything like unplanned. I did place a Gap order, but I had gift cards and Gap cash, so that's pretty much taken care of. Entertainment, I have spent a lot less than I expected. I mean, I budgeted $135 for the entire month, and I think I've done the majority of the bigger items that I wanted to do this month, and I still have $93 left. So what I might do, depending on if they have anything that I want to watch, is purchase our rooftop cinema tickets for September with August money to kind of give myself a little bit of a good start to the month of September. Hobbies, I'm obviously over budget, but I don't have plans on buying anything else. Home, I'm within budget, which was 0, but no plans of buying anything. The miscellaneous category I will have to spend money on for sure at some point. I don't know when. But since that's gonna include my transportation for the month of August, it's for sure going to continue increasing the amount I spent there, because I will need to get places. And on Sunday we did go out, but we literally walked everywhere. So I didn't spend any money on transportation on Sunday. It was just Saturday. And I'll go back to walking where I can. It's been lovely out, so it makes sense to do it. But that will go up by the end of the month. I'm certain of it. And then travel. No plans to book other travel. I did have a goal of doing like a weekend getaway in August. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna plan for it because now I'm unemployed, so I don't wanna be spending, like $500 on a random weekend. So yeah. So even though it was a spendy week, I am still okay with how my spending has gone and how my budget is doing, and yeah. I wanted to once again just kind of show off the few inserts that I've created. This is my monthly dashboard, which kind of acts as pre-planning. I'll show you. I already have September going, so that I can prepare my bills calendar, which is what this is. Then I have my weekly check-in, and then my expense tracker. And one thing I actually oh my gosh. I forgot to include my budget, my monthly budget. So this is what my September dashboard looks like. It's just a lot of pre-planning, so I'm ready to go when it's time to create my budget. This is what my monthly budget sheet looks like, and when it's time to budget for September, I'll go over all the different sections and what I had in mind when I created it, because as you can see here, I'm separating savings, use, and income. So yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of what I've been working on the last few weeks, and I've really been enjoying doing this. But if you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.